you got to
All right, there we go. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Patron Hangout for March. Everybody's showing off how they have a bunch of alcohol, and I don't have it.
You're not alone.
You and me both, Jeff. You and me both.
Yeah.
See, now, sometimes being 8 hours ahead is a good thing.
Okay, I won't share the proper 12, but I'll definitely share the Jack.
But hey,
I just got a new package.
I'm a
I've got
Southern
more than just
housewife. I
that.
can be day drunk.
Ooh.
It's allowed here.
Yeah, Farrah,
see,
I'm
now-
at work the rest of the week. I can be day drunk if I fucking want to be.
Well,
I
yeah.
couldn't hear a fucking thing because like the
I
Hangout was the live stream was
I can't
actually
be
playing
drunk.
in my ear.
What?
Hey,
What?
I'm working tomorrow, so I can't drink anything.
Oh,
Hey Jeff,
yeah.
I'll make it feel better. I've decided to cut back on weed for
Hello, you
Lent.
little fucker.
You decided to cut back on weed. You're gonna starve, man. That's your diet.
Right?
Exactly. I'm gonna drop them. I've gone back swimming. I'm going to the gym again, so I'm working on losing weight, man.
Nice, dude. Fuck yeah, that's great.
Oh, shit. I might as well toss this out here. Actually, maybe moving closer to Jeff.
Yeah, where are you moving to?
A friend of mine's going back to college soon, and she's getting her own place, so I may be moving to Utah, a few hours away from Vegas.
Oh,
Cat boys.
I
Interesting.
love Vegas.
Catboys are always fun.
I can 3D print those.
Nice.
Ooh.
I
Jeff,
don't know.
am I-
Ever since our last trip to Vegas, I'm desperately wanting to go back because I don't really remember most of it. So good job.
But isn't that most people's trip to Vegas, though?
Yeah,
I got
I
a buddy that's
suppose
out
so.
in Eugene, Oregon right now, and I took Mems's recommendations and passed them on, so I'm intrigued to see the results of all these places she's recommended.
Oh yeah.
You got to go to the gun store when you're in Vegas.
Which one? There's a lot of them.
Well, the one that lets you like fire everything.
Yeah,
Which one? A lot of them.
and all that.
Oh, shit.
Oh, stuff.
I forgot I was playing fucking
Jag vet inte vad det är någonstans då. Nej förresten.
Apex, and shit done got real.
Stuff. Such stuff.
You trying to play Apex and do a hangout at the same time? That's wild.
I
Yeah,
never
I'm playing
play
Apex
Apex
before.
anymore. Nobody
And
goddamn invites.
I
I play on
finally got
Xbox.
Apex, but I've been busy playing other things.
I play it on Xbox, so I can't exactly invite people to play except for.
And
Scrub.
I've also been busy.
I need to upgrade my PC because of Apex. I need to actually go buy a new freaking
Actually not being alone.
motherboard.
I actually am buying a PlayStation 4 either this week or next week, so I'll be able to play with more people.
Console owning peasant moves
Honestly-
over to another console.
honestly-
Unacceptable.
If somebody lived closer to me that actually wanted a PS4, it would
I'll
be
buy a
damn
Pro.
cheap.
You
It
have
would
to be
be
part of the
pretty damn
Yeah.
fucking cheap.
Hey, you
I
have
never
to
touch it.
you have to be part of the PC Ubermensch.
Mustard race.
Dragonga sent me his PS4 when he upgraded to a PS4 Pro, and with all the work that I do on this stuff with videos, I never get much of a chance to play. But Mems, oh my god, Mems and Spyro and Crash Bandicoot, she plays the fuck out of that thing.
Dude, that
I want the new Spyro. I want it to come to PC. I want it so bad.
Yeah,
Oh shit!
It doesn't
yeah.
have the nostalgia of the first one.
Tear down of
I
fucking
remember
AR.
when I was like 12, 13. I remember playing through all the Spyro games and beating them in like a
Oh
week.
yeah.
This is
yeah,
in
yeah.
recovery from an operation. While recovering from an
Yeah.
operation, I literally sat on the sofa, did nothing else.
I have the world's worst loaded rounds in the shotgun for home defense. I have 3-inch super magnums, double up buck, and then slugs. And then what I currently am taking out of it are 2 3/4-inch Winchester super magnums.
I'm pretty sure if a person is shot by any of those, they're probably going to surrender.
Yeah.
Oh no! If I hit them with the super magnums, I'm probably cutting their ass in half. If I hit them with a slug, I'm probably shoving a basketball through the hole afterwards.
So Jeff, about the reason why we need legislation for immunizations, my whole argument was that we legislate things like the EPA legislates that you can't dump oil down drains, or
Right.
that like the Mennonites back in the day, they used to use way too much damn fertilizer, and it was going into local water. So we had to legislate that.
Yeah.
And like it always comes down to the fact that if people are too stupid for their own good, for lack of a better term, we kind of have to legislate just to keep them from doing things that are going to harm themselves and others.
Oh,
and
sure.
And I think that's totally a reason why we need to legislate immunizations, because it's starting to get to the tipping point.
Right.
I found out in DC that they're trying to pass a bill that minors that want to be vaccinated can supersede their parental's wishes for them to get vaccines that are like age appropriate.
Yeah, that one kid in Ohio did that.
That's kind of like the constant struggle that you always have with it too, is how much free speech do we do when people's own stupidity is starting to hurt other people, you know?
Exactly.
There was
and
an
is
interesting
there
thing that happened. I had something interesting happen. My brothers and I are both Eagle Scouts, and we sometimes go back to our troop to help out. And one of the boys is an anti-vaxxer. And my dad had found this. My dad was with my brother when we found out this out on one of the park on the. They had gone camping. He's like, and the kid was like, maybe we should vote whether we should allow vaccination. And my brother was like, dude, by people actually setting forth and doing vaccinations and doing the science, we voted via our action, not by casting a ballot. So by going back on that, we're basically spitting in the face of the people who decided, no, I don't want my kids to die from a fucking preventable disease.
Right. Well, there's a problem with voting too, because voting that it doesn't mean the people that are voting are educated on the subject.
Yeah.
So I mean, their votes. I mean, I hate to say it this way, but their votes kind of don't count if they don't know what they're talking about.
Pretty much.
People can be quite fucking stupid. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I guess I'm a little curious about what exactly the legislation would say.
You have to get your kids mandatorily vaccinated against all these diseases that should be gone.
I mean, obviously there'd be some exceptions for immune compromise.
Well, yeah. Every legislation is going to have those loopholes. Otherwise, it's shit legislation.
Yeah.
I mean, from my perspective, what I take part in, you have to be vaccinated. There is no way around of without being an anti-vaxxer and being in the American Amateur Olympic Boxing Association, whatever the fuck the acronym is.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you know, in order to get into the United States, you have to prove vaccinations.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, you do.
Ironic.
Understandably so.
Well, yeah, like especially if you're coming from a ravaged country.
Yeah. Well, actually, Jeff, I just sent you that article about UNICEF.
We don't want the same thing that happened when we came over and met the Indians. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
That was intentional.
Yeah, that was a bit of a whoopsie.
It was a whoopsie at first, and they're like, "Holy shit, this is work."
Just find that one of the little measles outbreak pockets was because some anti-vax family took their kid to an area with measles and came back and brought it back. I'm going to see if I can find the article, but I just read that somewhere.
Can we start Can we start finding anti-vaxxers, especially if they use stupid shit like this?
Well, we technically do, because some of the fines are you can't bring your kids in public schools. You have to pay for private schools.
Yeah.
So that technically is kind of a fine.
I know, but they should basically, because they brought their kid got sick with measles, they should basically have their kid taken away for child endangerment.
Well, yeah, but it's like Jeff said earlier. It is a slippery slope, and you have to give people the ability to be idiots and put themselves in harm's way to a certain extent.
I don't want people to be idiots.
Well, yeah, but
I'm going to force them to be smart.
Well,
you might not want them to be idiots, but it's going to happen.
Calm down now. You're getting a little right there, Dan.
No, I mean, I understand that sentiment.
This is what happens when I don't take weed. I get angry.
I mean, like, for example, we don't let people go to Africa unless they have the proper vaccinations and immunization shots.
Actually, that's Africa. That's not... Africa requires you to have certain... If you go to, like, Tanzania, you have to have a yellow fever vaccination.
Yeah.
And malaria and all that other shit, because there's a lot of hunters I follow and even scientists who go to Africa all the time. Like, oh yeah, we're constantly taking this shit.
Oh yeah, when I deployed to Iraq, I had to get immunized against smallpox and anthrax.
And you also got a bunch of other shit they probably didn't tell you about.
Yeah.
Hey, we have guinea pigs.
Dude,
from the military.
when I was still married to Carl, before they went on their MEU to the Southeast Asia, they at the BAS they had to immunize the entire artillery unit with smallpox and anthrax just because they were leaving the country.
Yeah.
It was just, that's just what you do.
My
when I was
it's funny
EMT, because of where I used to be an EMT and a security guard at big major events, the company I worked for required us to get smallpox and anthrax because we were working events in high profile areas, like high risk for like terrorist attacks. And so the company just decided we're just going to vaccinate everyone.
When I worked security, they did the same thing, but they also made sure they also made me get another tetanus shot just to be 100% sure I had one.
Yeah.
I can see that. You know, that makes sense.
Yeah, well, my boyfriend, he needs to have them because he's a heavy machinery mechanic, and especially here in Texas, there's a lot of whatever it is that causes the tetanus. I can't remember right now because my brain, I'm still
bacteria there.
But because he's around rusty shit and gets cut all the time, he has to for his insurance.
Wow.
And it makes sense because, you know, for safety, makes sense.
When I rolled over to having adult health care through Medicaid and all that shit, I actually had to get copies of my shot records, so vaccinations, all that shit, and actually send it to the company myself, so they had a copy to be like, okay, he has had 5 fucking tetanus shots since he was 16.
Yeah.
Right. Crazy shit.
I stepped on a rusty nail when I was a kid. That was fun.
I've stepped on nails. I've cut myself working on shit, and like they always send you to the doctor. And like, have you had a tetanus shot? I don't remember. I get another one.
Well, I'm still waiting for tuberculosis to make a comeback.
It has.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just gotta look. Southern California.
We solved that 50 years ago. We figured out how to detect it over nearly 100 years ago. Because some German scientists like, fuck you, Louis Pasteur. I'm gonna figure out how to solve tuberculosis.
It's a shame to let Arthur Morgan die of it.
Get on my level, scrub.
I had a cousin that was 2 that was living in a shit situation. This was a long time ago. That died of tetanus.
Really?
And she burned herself on a radiator. This was part of the poorer part of my family, like a distant cousin. I didn't know her personally, but she burned herself on a radiator. They didn't go get, they didn't go get the vaccines that she needed. They didn't go get anything. And by the time they got to the hospital, it was too late. The tetanus took her.
Farah, can you say it properly? Can you say cousin?
Cousin.
There you go.
I'm country as catfish and coleslaw, and I just say cousin.
I tell you what, my cousin.
I'll tell you what.
No, the funniest part is like when any of my family comes into my job and I'm working, they're like, "Oh, hey, your cousin's in jail," or "Oh, hey, your cousin died," and I'm like, "Which one?"
Yeah, that's my line too.
No, like everybody points out,
Uncle Ted.
They're like, "Hey, you're related to that person." I'm like, "Stop telling me who I'm related to. Tell me who I'm not related to. It's a shorter list."
Bring us back, Uncle Ted. Come on.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Uncle Ted.
Here's the thing about Uncle Ted. Uncle Ted will return.
Yay!
Oh no! Why would you do this to yourself?
He's coming.
He's coming.
He's coming back into the cinematic universe.
Yeah, he never left. He's just been squatting in the back garden.
You know, I initially hated Uncle Ted until the Uncle Ted Moonwolf crossover, and then I was like, okay, I like Uncle Ted.
Yeah.
Uncle Ted looks like my mom's boyfriend.
I have a suggestion for Uncle Ted, though. I think Uncle Ted should have an affair with Mother Earth and piss off Moonwolf because of it.
I mean, that would Uncle Ted probably get that done.
Okay.
If I was still on Facebook, I would show you a fucking picture of this dude.
Okay.
But he literally, he's wearing flannel. He wears a flannel jacket, has a big fucking beer belly, like.
Heavy Arms sounds like Evan Ross from the Drinking Bros podcast.
Right.
I guess I'll take that as a compliment.
It is.
Here's the thing. Which screen can I do this on? Okay. I know what I'm gonna do.
But Jeff, screw you for bringing up the
Hit us with that gay shit.
Quad guy yesterday.
IKEA.
Hang on. Here. All right. So this is what I have for Uncle Ted so far, and that's
was the first one that I saw.
That's just extracting. This is just extracting out like half of the footage that I shot of Uncle Ted. These are just.
Oh yeah, that's the stuff you shot on stream, wasn't it?
Yeah. Things like Avengers. I don't need no Avengers. My Avengers are Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. All right.
You should just upload these all individually.
Oh no, I'm gonna spring them on people randomly. I'm trying to
let the memes flow.
I'm trying to organize.
I will say I love my badge in Twitch. It's brilliant.
Yeah. The fucking on my
Uncle
channel,
Twed.
if you've been subbed to be long enough for like over a year, your badge is Uncle Ted.
It's like,
I keep getting gifts from people on I
really go on Twitch to watch your live. I'm so lazy.
Yeah, it's a fun way for me to like kind of keep my brain from melting from some of the shit that I have to deal with.
By melting
instead. What I'm working on now is fucking me up. Oh my god!
I normally just watch Matthew Heafy and Herman Lee on Twitch because I play guitar and they explain shit. I mainly just ask Herman Lee why the fuck does he play so goddamn fast.
Actually, I was just cruising Twitch. You'd be surprised of some of the people what they put on Twitch.
Oh yeah,
sure.
That's why I was asking how close you can get to porn because I bumped into
I follow Gundam, and yes, I've seen a lot of this shit. I look at it and go, "This is on Twitch."
Well, they had the Twitch Thought Apocalypse a while
How
back.
could that be?
It's still going.
Yeah.
Hey, Jeff's what's Jeff's Twitch channel?
Real Jeff Holiday.
It's okay, Jeff. We got this for you.
Thank you.
I don't even watch this Twitch channel and I know the fucking name of it.
Oh, but yeah, Jeff, screw you for bringing up that fucking Enum Quad guy. You know which guy? Because I watched that goddamn video and I was like,
Wonder how the next Hidden Colors happening. That's the real question.
You know what you need to do? It was supposed to happen over a year and a half ago.
Probably never, honestly. It's probably never going to happen again.
Jesus.
Just like Prince streaming Resident Evil 2 on Twitch. It's probably never going to happen again.
I have not. I talk to Patty Politics all the time, but I have not really spoken to Tyler Preston or Prince of Dew in a long time. So
I like fucking with
Prince is back again.
Is she?
Yeah.
You just not talking to him because you don't want to, or just phone?
It just hasn't come up. Like, I mean, if I have time to talk to somebody, 9 times out of 10, instead I just work.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, I just I don't really talk with anybody anymore. Like, not even my YouTube friends. You know, I don't even talk to them.
It brings people together.
Well, it is getting easier to kind of segregate yourself nowadays.
Well, that topic also is like so overplayed. I mean, I'm like, I saw like Bernie Sanders got asked the topic of reparations, and I know so many people who are just like, I tuned out right when I heard that.
Oh yeah.
I'm going for Tulsi.
nobody. I mean, like, yeah, the whole overtly and shitty social justice thing is still a thing. But nobody gives a fuck anymore. Nobody does whatever. Who cares? Shut up.
Although I will admit, what happened today, where the congressman basically told Holocaust survivors they needed to check their privilege, was hilarious.
Wait, what?
Excuse me?
Hey, I've been on Snapchat.
Yeah, I think you made everybody go, what the hell?
Yeah.
Explain. I've been on Snapchat, not Twitter.
Okay, you know, what's her name? Omar, the woman who's been like,
oh, the Jew hater. Yeah, her.
Yeah, her.
Anti-Semite.
Well, apparently, I'm gonna dump it in the chat.
So
It's not anti-Semitic. They're anti-Zionist. Get it right.
Yeah. So,
That's, yeah.
in defense of it, this guy downplays the Holocaust and the downplays the Holocaust and basically says, "Check your privilege, Holocaust and internment camp survivors."
Oh, how about this?
To be fair,
Asians are now white.
To be fair, when Salman Rushdie was writing out, they're completely writing things that say "God save Hitler." Muslims apparently like Hitler.
Well, that's because he killed Jews, and that's what they have been doing for like fucking ever.
Well, yeah,
easy there.
Well, not. Oh, okay.
What if some neo-Nazis started telling Muslims?
Come on, so give us your wokest take. You, as a token woman here, need to explain this.
Wait, Farrah's a woman too.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Red is just posh. But I don't know if she counts.
Posh.
She's the most clever.
She's
No. Farah's our
probably
token disabled person, and Red is our token.
This is true.
Token. He's just
She's our token deaf mother. Does that work?
Well, I'm token autistic.
Technically, I'm a person of color here.
See, we've got the hidden disability and the overt disability. All your bases are covered.
Yeah.
I'm
actually
the person of color,
registered.
I'm half Native American.
I will say I am actually registered disabled, so there you go.
being from around that corner of the country does not make one technically disabled, does it?
No, but the autoimmune disorders and everything else that I have does.
I know.
We're like the most.
See, you weren't talking, so that middle finger didn't come up on screen.
By the way, if you do colors, you have to get Hannibal and Nikki to do. That shit would be fucking amazing if you got them to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But like, okay, this is one thing that's constantly getting me suspended on Twitter. I don't fucking understand how you can the difference between anti-Semitic and anti-Zionist. They're the same fucking thing.
Well, not necessarily. You can
technically no.
This, but you can still be cool with Jews. Like, yeah, we don't think you should have your own country, but we like you.
No, mostly anti-Zionists I come across on Twitter say the exact same thing fucking neo-Nazis do. Jews run the world. They do not have a right to exist. They should not have their own fucking country. And I'm like, over here, like, literally saying the same thing that you're calling me.
Well, Jews run
Nazi.
the world.
Yeah, because I guess there's one thing. There's a difference between being like critical to the entire Israel versus Palestine thing and being just outright anti-Semitic, right? Because just because you're criticizing the state of Israel doesn't mean that you're anti-Semitic.
Right.
Well, people don't understand the history behind Palestine and Israel when they're fucking arguing for it. Palestine literally was trying to take over, along with Egypt, Syria, and a bunch of other fucking places. And Israel's like, hey, bitch, watch this, and fuck them all up.
Bitch, hold my beer.
Yeah, it's amazing what you can do with, like, most of the Western world's military behind you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, don't speak for me.
I mean, Israel has basically violated borders and gone to like Argentina to basically capture former Nazis and put them on trial.
Oh fuck yeah! Like they kidnapped them, murdered them behind other countries' borders.
And one of the Nazi sympathizers was Weird Al on Drunk History.
They got someone in Chicago like about a year ago.
They killed Weird Al.
My favorite is there's a TV show, there's a series on Netflix about the Mossad, And there are
like
Mossad directors like talking about some of the shit they did. I'm like, holy fuck, you guys got away with a lot.
Yeah. So Jeff, what's up in your world?
I
mean, like he's like, I'm just gonna let everybody talk because they're just having fun. So
yeah, I mean that's usually what ends up happening. We just talk about the random ass shit. Yeah, no, I mean,
right now.
No cohesiveness to these hangouts ever, I think.
No. We just goof off and talk about whatever.
I know. I'm just messing around.
You gonna do anything with that article I sent you?
Not yet.
When is our horse talk video coming out?
Which one?
Yeah.
The one we're promised for buying you a giant horsecock dildo?
Oh Christ! you know the problem. You do know the problem with that, though, right?
Just posted on fucking.
We've heard the excuses. Yeah.
Do it unlisted.
I was gonna say, just make it, even if it's just for patrons, because we're the ones who got it for you. It's
there you go.
You know what? There's a fucking YouTube Saints Pornhub page. Post that bitch there.
That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea.
No, it's not. It's actually kind of a fun idea.
You need to link us to that. I want to go to this because I want to see all the hilarity on there.
There's literally nothing on there. Back periodically.
I might do that.
Because then people can't think about it.
I need to. Well, I mean, of course they can still. None of these people give a shit. Like the people who. The reason why I don't make that video is the same reason why I haven't been making Mr. Wiggles videos.
I miss Mr. Wiggles.
I
miss those videos.
They were great.
Mr. Wiggles is cute.
Yeah,
cute little bean.
It's just people saying shitty things and like, oh, well, he must be a bad parent and this degenerate around his kid because he.
They do realize that they do realize that the kid's not actually there while you're filming, right?
They don't care. These people don't.
Yeah, they don't care.
Oh no! Wait, no. That's logical. Sorry, my mistake.
You're using your brain. That's your problem.
That's what I can fix that. That's fine.
Oh, there you go. See, solution. Problem solved.
Wait, no, I have a better
I'm already
solution.
there. I'm already on the way.
It is literally a solution.
I have the final solution though.
But you bastard! You fucking took it before I could say it.
What can I say? You're a bit slow.
Hey, no. Pout and I tied, so technically, Jinx, you owe me a soda.
I was about to say.
Good luck getting that from over here. Seriously.
Oh, I thought she was going for an anti-Semitic comment.
Well, donate.
No.
Wait. Donate it to my Patreon and check out my channel, Games You Love.
Games You Love.
Oh God.
Oh,
just because I have those, okay.
Now that he's doing the worst Mr. Planter impersonation.
Hey Jeff, when I move, I'm doing a YouTube thing. You might want to be a part of. Basically, it's just going to be me getting stoned as fuck and talking about conspiracy theories.
Oh, dude, Pokemon. That was fun.
We could probably work Hemlock Moonwolf into this, because it'd be fucking hilarious. Just to get super stoned, and all of a sudden there's Hemlock.
I like this idea.
I showed a guy at work the latest Hemlock Moonwolf video, and it's literally, it started, his face was just like, what the fuck is that?
I watch that when I'm at work at night, and every once in a while a supervisor will come around and see me on my phone and be like, what the fuck are you watching?
Yeah, he just got Jeff. But it was the voice as well. I was like, he doesn't normally sound like that. And then I kind of fast forwarded to the Hemlock and Uncle Ted. And he was like, what the fuck? He was so confused. It was beautiful.
I love those.
And I am wearing my Wingnut Roundup tank to work tomorrow. I want to see how many people I can confuse.
Nice. Yeah. Great.
I still haven't got my Hemlock stuff yet, though. It's probably stuff that's custom.
Weird.
Stupid.
Why aren't you wearing a Morse card jersey? That's the question. So disappointed. Why aren't you wearing a Morse card jersey?
Because I don't have a Morse card jersey.
I don't think anybody's.
I'm disappointed.
I want to buy one.
I've been meaning to buy one of those prints, but I keep fucking forgetting.
That's all right. I get paid an extra grand this month, so
that's a great excuse.
It's all right. I'm unemployed from the end of this month, so way.
That's your own decision.
It
That was
is.
your own decision.
Oh, it is, okay.
Self-inflicted. That's your own
Hey.
fault.
Hey, you
I
pay
was
me
kind
a
of
sexy
mostly.
redheaded nurse for my Space Marine, and I'll pay you for it.
I am not good enough to warrant that.
So,
But no, I get
Although-
a bonus at the end of this month, so yay!
I
God
love.
damn it, these
Can actually afford to do
disabled
stuff again.
people get all the freaking money, don't they? Jesus.
No, it's just people who work for the company that I do get a bonus at the end of
Ah.
March. It's a tax write-off. It's the end of the tax year.
Yeah.
I'm
close.
starting paying my debts like next month. Woo!
Yay!
Yay!
I'm still paying student debt.
Mm.
I'm a high school
The
dropout.
thing is, like,
I don't worry about student debts. Yay!
I think
Yeah,
Jeff feels my pain with the student loans.
Oh
I've
my
never
god.
had
the thing is,
Wyatt.
like
Yeah.
in Sweden, we have like this. They collect sort of an amount. You get to keep an amount of money enough for like rent and necessary shit. So I'll still have enough money to pay the rent, live sort of. But it's like I still get less money than I used to.
Not a life worth living.
Yeah.
So what I'm getting is they're not going to pull a Germany, kidnap your dog, and then sell it on eBay.
No, and I don't have a dog, so I wouldn't know about that.
Goddamn socialists.
Your kidney's
So,
coming
well,
next.
Yeah, if you get a phone call saying from someone saying
my partner
we have
is
your
sort
dog,
of a
be
dog.
like, that's not mine.
My favorite thing is
Weird
when I get
hairless
telemarketers
dog.
talking about a fucking warranty on my car, and I own an '89 Chevy, and I'm over here like, do you realize my car's older than both of us, right? Who the fuck warranties out an '89 Chevy? Fuck out of here.
Speaking of debt, I gotta go to work, guys. So I'll see you guys later.
Oh, okay.
It's the only reason I go to work.
Yeah.
You have a nice day.
But yeah, I had a lot of fun watching the fucking Joe Rogan shit. Both of
I've not
them.
seen it. No spoilers.
I haven't seen it. No,
Fan-fucking-tastic.
no spoilers.
Wait,
He
which
is-
one?
Haven't watched it.
Oh,
I haven't seen
I've
the Alex
seen-
Jones one or the Tim Pool one, so
I've seen the Alex Jones one.
Temple
haven't
one
seen
and
it.
the Alex Jones.
Lola!
I've
Hello,
seen
I know
the
you from
Temple
Twitch.
one twice now.
Hello.
I know you from Twitch.
oh hey, person.
What I thought was hilarious is fucking Alex Jones talking about Eddie, choke me out or I'm gonna fight you. I'm like, Eddie will tie you in a fucking knot and not break a sweat. Chill the fuck out, fat man.
If you look at the comments, I'm literally in the comments going, "This boy
Hang on a
has a
minute.
fucking choking, like strangulation fetish." I
1, 2,
swear,
3,
because everything
4.
he was like, "Choke me out, Eddie, choke me out." I'm like, "My God."
Like, if Eddie actually slapped on a fucking rear naked, like
Hang
Alex is
on.
going out in 3 seconds, if that.
One
long.
moment. We finally have gender parity on this stream. 5 women to 5 men. Damn.
Wow.
Look at that
weird?
equality and shit.
Most of the people that I used to do YouTube videos with, we were all comparing metrics back in the day. And for the most part, it was something like 70, 80% men to 30, 20% women for most of them. And I was like, yeah, I don't got that problem. They're like, what do you mean? I'm like, I got 53% female audience.
Because you're Jeff.
It's that dad bod.
It's winter.
It's the dad bod.
It is the dad bod.
Dad bod in winter. That's what it is.
Yeah,
Dad bod
it's
winter.
it's the dad bod and the bubba. That's what it is.
Because everyone
I
loves
would say it's
I was gonna
sort
say,
of
you've got
gutter
memes as
punk
well.
sharp.
If you don't like Mims, I don't like you as a person.
Mems is
Mems.
awesome.
And if Mims
Mems
doesn't
is-
like you, I immediately question you as a human.
Right.
Like
No, Mems is
I
terrible.
swear, Mems is like my spirit animal. I swear.
That's why I call Mims my online mother. Like
Her Cliff Bar one was pretty good too.
that's why I chipped in. I was like, that's why I eat Redcon 1 because they actually make real fucking bars. They don't like it's not. Oh, this is all organic and all that.
I'm not saying Cliff Bars aren't fucking nummy as shit, but
I've only had bad.
All I can say, Mem's butt is
Good
goals when it comes to
Yeah.
like I'm gonna start working out, and her fucking butt.
Speaking of Mems,
Hard to deal with.
I mean, my point. The first time I saw Mems was actually in one of Jeff's videos, which is where they were talking about the whole advice for a good, happy marriage, and it was the whole Christian marriage thing.
Oh, yeah. That was fun.
But the thing was, it was Mem's reactions there. I'm like, okay, yeah, this woman is awesome. Them two relationship goals 101.
yeah, Jeff and Mems' relationship goals. And speaking of Mems,
good spot.
Yeah, squad.
Cunt Squad.
My first video.
I need to get one of those.
This is pretty. Well, I have 2 t-shirts and 2 hoodies that I cannot get away. No, actually, no. Yeah. No, 3 t-shirts that I can't get away with wearing at work. This is one of the hoodies. The other one is the Shitlord one. Then I've got the Shitlord hood t-shirt, the Cunt Squad tank top, and the Fuck Your Feelings t-shirt. Those are the ones I can't get away with.
When I actually get the fucking, when I get the hat, I'm always gonna be wearing that fucking hat. I don't care where.
See, now I get escorted off the premises for that.
I want the hat. I want the hat.
Let's not talk about the hat.
My first Jeff Holiday video was him and Lynn talking about Black Hitler.
Derpy, you'll get the hat. Hang on. I'll put it this way. I was such a douchebag and forgot to send these hats out. Lord Magma was moving across the country and like did a detour to come to Eugene just so I could give him the fucking hat.
So is that what I have to do to get you to assemble that goddamn miniature? Are you going to eventually do that after like 3 or 4 years?
I swear he's already done it. I swear he did it.
Hang on.
On a stream.
This one?
Yeah. Oh, you shut up.
I told you he did it.
After all these years.
Oh, God damn it.
I told you he put it together.
I saw him start it, and then he complained about not having any glue, and then disappeared off. I didn't see it come afterwards. I must not have been on that stream.
He did it on stream. Can't remember which one, but
I wasn't on that one then. I take it back.
Told you.
And that means I goddamn owe Mems a mini. Oh no.
You do.
Hey, I just want to ask Jeff, how many fucking years did you finally put that
mic in it either?
Sorry, say that again.
I'm gonna let her know right now.
How many years before you finally put that fucking thing together?
Which thing? This thing? The mini?
I think it was 2, wasn't it?
2 or 3.
Let's not get hasty. I think it was like.
It was when I started it was when I first started the Twitter account, so I could post them a picture of it assembled. So, however old my Twitter account is.
But I've got to tell you,
it's a while.
I'll show you guys this.
Oh yeah, there we go. Joined March 2017.
What is that?
What is
that? Is from the Superman thing, and according to the box.
Oh, Doomsday.
Yeah. Full on metal diecast.
Show us this. Is that from? Okay, no, it's not. I thought you were going to show me a Night Model thing, because Night Models are producing a whole range of DC stuff right now.
I still want to find the Harley one. That's like awesome as shit.
Dude, I've got the Harley one. You've seen the Harley one, right?
I really want the bomb one.
ADHD, inability to stay on track with anything.
You've seen the Harley one, right?
Wait, what?
I don't have fucking time to paint shit. Like,
I want to find the bombshell one.
Oh, the bombshell minis.
Yeah, I want to find.
Yeah. I picked up
my Nana pill box.
Right?
Wait, hold on.
It's basically an eat mead, drink mead dynamic of like I wake up too much and then I need to chill out and then I'm too like.
I can't see.
Oh shit! Y'all reminded me. I actually have to take my eloquence. Thank you.
It's the one I finished yesterday. Cute little blonde druid. It's going to the person at work because I promised them a mini like a couple of months ago and didn't get around to doing it.
It looks like somebody on this chat just said.
Stereotypical blonde.
I am.
Yeah.
What sucks is having to take 8 of these a day. It's potassium.
Oh wow!
I have to take 8 tablets of it. You guys are about to watch in a small box, so go on.
No, I know someone with thyroid issues. They basically rattle when they jump up and down, and also
that's cute. I'm gonna stab you in the kid.
Right here. That's me.
I've got to get myself checked out with that because I'm like, what? I'm 5'7" and I weigh about 122 pounds.
What the fuck?
What the
wow.
Dude, I did dumbbell presses that are heavier than you.
Why she's fucking you?
Derpy.
What?
You recognize this one, right? Red Demon Girl with green hair, who it's inspired by? Come on, you.
No, I don't.
Nerd.
Modern Medusa.
No, but she looks like she wants to stab you in the kidney. Why is she screwing you?
I don't have a matching sister with light blue hair to do. That's the only giveaway that I'll give for it.
Derpy, you were talking about the other dude having like a strangulation fetish. You jumped to kind of stabbing in the kidney while having sex really damn quickly.
I was going to say, you'll get used to Derpy. He does
have
that.
Like a bunch of knives. Just.
It happens.
And,
I have 3 totes full of goddamn knives. Don't try to argue knives with me.
Yep. Cute little Maleficent.
That's cute.
Oh yeah, Jeff.
Really adorable.
Oh, he's cute.
I like that one.
Have any
She's
of you
actually the
guys seen
second one of those.
Farrah's trying to talk, people.
And then you have a white version.
Oh god. Dog, stop. Have any of you guys seen the documentary The Bleeding Edge?
The Bleeding Edge? No, I haven't seen it.
Oh my god,
Oh,
Jeff,
dude,
you
the
need to
cat
watch
farted.
it. I just saw it the other day for the first time.
Yeah.
And for my YouTube thing that I've been starting, that's going to be my first video. It goes into the medical device industry. And like, I thought that supplements are kind of sketchy. Holy shit. Some of the things going on in the medical device industry is insane.
This has been brought up in a TV show
without being regulated. I had no idea, and it kind of hits home because my dad just had his hip replaced, and my stepmom had her knee replaced.
Right.
They are having huge problems with, like, doctors all over the country are getting patients that have been given these like metal on metal hip replacements that are having neurological symptoms that mimic Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
It's from cobalt.
That's no good.
Chrome cobalt is what they're using in these joints. Apparently, 93% of all of the new medical devices being put on the market now are using a loophole of if they are equivalent to something that's already on the market, regardless if it has been recalled or not, they're allowed to just skip ahead and go straight without clinical testing.
Yes, yeah. One of the things that's on.
Shit.
Just, it will blow your mind. I saw it and it like stopped all of the other projects I wanted to do, and I'm starting on this one immediately. It was insane.
Yeah.
There's a drama
What's it called?
Bleeding Edge.
The Bleeding Edge.
The Bleeding Edge.
There's a show called The Resident, which is a drama thing, and they've been exploring that whole thing within their storylines.
Have they?
Yeah.
Like, this is a rabbit hole I didn't know existed. Apparently, the medical device industry is a $3 billion a year industry, and it's about as regulated as supplements.
And what you'll also find with it is that there's doctors like who head up hospitals.
Yeah.
There's doctors heading up hospitals partnering with these medical device companies and getting huge kickback for having certain things in the hospitals.
Yes.
Now, I'm in the UK, so it's a bit different for me, but I've been looking into this stuff as well.
Yeah, but
Different levels of incompetence that we have with our health service.
Yeah, that is a very good point.
But there's no FDA coverage to make sure that, hey, these are safe 5 years down the road.
Hey, it's on Netflix.
Everything from like new joints to pacemakers to the Essure, I don't know if any of you guys have heard this, but I know two girls who are still having problems to this day. For a little while they sold these metal springs called Essure that they would put up in your fallopian tubes as a
IUDs.
Yeah, well, it was like an IUD, but it's a permanent sterilization technique, and it's causing all sorts of issues to people, just like the pelvic mesh. Like, holy crap! I did not.
Did they accidentally put lead in it or something?
That is crazy. That is
terrible.
That's two words about that. Whenever I first heard you guys talking about this is what popped into my mind. Transvaginal ultrasound. If anyone is aware of what that is, that's probably the most traumatizing medical device that's been used on me. Essentially, medical dildo with someone at the other end of it who does not care how you feel.
Right.
Yeah, it's awful.
That's almost as bad as when we had JT and another dude who's in the army in here talking about how they got tested for STDs, and it's basically a giant barbed hook they shoved down the eye of their dick.
Yeah, it's an umbrella that they put in and open in there. Wait.
No. Good thing I
heard
tabled my
these
camera.
things before. Makes the speculum sound comfy, doesn't it?
It does.
Like, I'm so
You
glad
have
I
a
put tape over
quality
my
nurse
camera.
if we
I'm like,
tend to.
draw it
if you-
up in my fucking chair right now. It's like,
If you have a quality nurse like we tend to have in the NHS over here as well, when it comes to like the pap smears that they do, or like clearing ear infections or that kind of stuff, they'll use like cold implements. They'll rush it. They won't give a crap about how you feel. It is dire.
Yeah.
Like I've had people that have had burst eardrums because the nurses just are rushing and incompetent.
I've always had good luck with anything that comes to do with like IVs or any kind of blood work. We had to hit a vein because for some reason I've always had combat medics as my nurses. And my veins are hard to find unless like I start like flexing and actually like trying to get some vascularity going. Like you can't find my veins.
It's such a
redneck. Like, for some reason, these fucking combat medics will walk up and get it perfect every time.
Mine's so easy because I'm so fucking white.
Mine's easy and so damn thin.
Mine's just like a line of blue going down my arm.
When I did plasma, this one's the hardest one. But this one is like so easy. It's like right here.
Yeah, I've got right there. You can see it really clearly without the light and stuff. By the way, Jeff, I've got to ask. I sent you a link via Discord about with the fact that Vax got taken down off Prime. The problem is they found that Amazon Smile, which is if you go through an Amazon Smile thing, you can donate money to a charity of your choice for every purchase you make. And some of those Amazon Smile things are actually donating money to anti-vax charities.
Oh, shit, that's right.
What?
Yeah. But yeah.
I guess we have another video.
Charity. So the people that are donating to those charities are choosing to donate to the anti-vax charities.
Yeah, at least there's more of like an informed ability to it. Like you have to consciously be doing something shitty. You know.
But the thing is though that most people, I mean with Vax it was kind of the same thing. Most people would go, "Oh, Vax is an anti-vaxxer thing. I'm gonna watch it," or Vax. In Jeff's case, it's an anti-vax thing. Oh fuck, I've got to watch it.
Yeah.
But it was still informed.
I made the mistake of watching Vaxxed sober. I have no idea how you still have any semblance of sanity at all.
Never watched
watching
it.
it so many times. I watched it once and I was just like,
that sounds like me when I watched that fucking Flat Earth documentary on goddamn Netflix.
Oh my god!
Oh, I have not seen that. Is it as bad as I hope it would be?
They literally disproved their own fucking shit in the documentary.
Oh, is that one?
Oh, that's amazing.
Twice.
Is it the one where they have the like light and the hole in the wood? Is that the one? Because I've seen
No. They bought one of those fancy gyroscopes that used in commercial and military planes for navigation, and so they send it up in the air to get the. They even like seal it in all kinds of weird Faraday cage kind of bullshit, and it still clocks a 12-degree shift from left to right. That's literally the Earth going on its axis. I'm like, oh, we're going to put it in this different kind of cage to see if we can get rid of that. And I'm like, wait, hold on. You're literally talking about
government interference.
Like,
is it that behind? Is it that behind the curve one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, because I looked up the bleeding edge because I want to watch that now that Sue's spoken about it, and it's come up in the ones like underneath it.
Yes,
I gotta see
it. That's the one.
Those people are so fucking stupid.
You know,
so when are we gonna have a rabbit and we'll just watch a bunch of these?
Yeah, we'll just
Why would we do this to ourselves?
I am so behind on all
because we're masochists. That's why.
Yeah.
I will make y'all a deal. After 7 o'clock Central Standard Time, I will start a fucking rabbit. Post a link in the Discord. If y'all want to hop in, you can hop in.
What time is that on the West Coast?
What time is that? GMT.
Oh,
that's like 1 o'clock in the morning or something like that.
Yeah,
like,
or 2.
I could hop in and
it's 1:50 p.m. for me right now. So whatever time it is, should be like
6 hours.
7:50.
When are they getting muted?
Yeah. So you're 6 hours ahead of me then.
I gotta say though, like
I'll be hoping to be asleep right then.
I'm very thankful for flat earthers because they kind of make everything else seem a little bit less crazy. But the one thing that I hate about flat earthers is almost daily people are like, "When are you gonna make a video about the flat Earth?" I'm like, "Never. That's never happening."
It's not in my forte.
But haven't you heard the Earth is actually a donut? Have you not heard that?
Yep.
We're just waiting for God to come and pick us up and
My sister's mother-in-law thinks that the Earth is a donut.
And does that mean that the lava in the middle is like the jam filling?
No, it's Boston cream filling. What kind of fucking
So you're saying
we have jam donuts in the UK
on a Halo ring.
Yeah, UK for the win.
Awesome.
No, there's an old video game from like the
Tesco donuts
90s
for the win.
where the Earth is actually a CD disc on the back of two elephants that's riding on a tortoise that's riding on a whale through space.
Yeah.
That's what I want to be.
Yeah.
You see, what I actually really want to see the flat Earth thing work, but on one condition. It's got to be on the back of a giant fucking tortoise. Or turtle.
I mean, come on.
See, now there is
rock and
there is
roll.
one very good point that disproves the flat Earth theory. If the Earth was flat, cats would have pushed everything off it by now.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
So the Earth cannot be flat.
Dude, that's Game of Thrones, and what? And always, no one point out what if people went there before that? Who was there before the NASA got there? And what if people went over there before?
Seen the new Game of Thrones trailer?
Okay, see, my issue with
I'm
that
not really a Game of Thrones
is
Me
on
neither.
Game of Thrones, the wall actually has lands on the outside of it. That's why there's a new updated flat Earth thing to where there's an ice wall, then there's like more continents and shit, and then there's another ice wall.
You think they're copying Game of Thrones?
Yes,
Little bit.
I really
Little bit.
Some of
Sounds
the
like it.
flat earthers think that the ice wall is just around us and then there's nothing outside of it. There are other flat earthers that think there's the ice wall that goes on and then there's other earths that it's just one giant infinite plane.
Oh, they believe in the
other little like cutouts all along it.
So why hasn't anybody
How would that
photographed
even
it
work?
and put it on social media by now? Everything is on
because
social
the
media.
government covers it up.
What if someone outside the government? I mean, people are
No, apparently though these ice walls, and I'm actually currently in 3 flat Earth Discord groups.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no, but what they're saying is that these ice
You need
walls are like.
You need to talk to Jables.
I had done. He introduced me into those flat Earth groups.
Yeah,
but no,
Okay.
they're like miles and miles wide. It's like it would take you something like 14 years just to get from one side of the ice wall to the other, and that's straight traveling without any breaks.
I say that's not a wall. That's a fucking country.
All right, at this point, we need to find a crazy Australian. Say, all right, motherfucker, here's your job. Because Australians will do it.
Is bearing available?
I haven't talked to that motherfucker.
No, don't you know?
Holy
How are you going to get Bering away from Sugar Tits long enough? Like, let's be real, we've all seen her.
That's true.
The problem is,
Actually, I don't think I have.
How have you not
Australia-
seen Sugar Tits?
I haven't
I
either.
will say
What?
she's gorgeous.
I haven't either. But I'm new to the server, so. But no,
I haven't.
flat Earthers believe that
I don't-
Australia doesn't exist.
I don't follow. I don't
What?
really follow any of these people.
There are
Oh,
flat
yeah,
Earthers that legit believe Australia does not exist. Anyone you've
Pallet, what
ever
the fuck are you
spoken to
doing?
on the internet who says they're from Australia is a liar or an actor being paid by the CIA to help back up their globe Earth theory.
I've been paid by the CIA, so it's not.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think Pallet's broken.
Right?
How the fuck do you fake that accent, though? is my
I was
question.
looking past that camera to what was behind it, and then you commented. So yeah, there's stuff over there.
All right, I'm looking for a photo of Sugar Tits.
All of the different
Still
like,
broken though.
all
You know.
have
Because I am a true
like,
Latino.
so, like,
Oh, yeah.
Chamoy.
Okay.
There's no rhyme
you
or
say
reason
so.
to a lot of theories, but my favorite thing is no matter what theory they subscribe to, my favorite question to ask them is, why is the government keeping this a secret? Because
I
no
can tell
one's
you-
been able to give me an answer as to
It's
why
Yeah, why would they keep it a secret?
is in on it.
I've been
It's the
given
same
one,
thing
government.
for aliens.
I've been given
Just
one.
saying.
No, I've
No,
actually
that would
given
be-
one.
I actually do believe
On
that
war,
we're
you
not
don't
alone.
you- someone
Yeah,
to answer
the
this?
one
Yeah,
I mean,
someone's
well-
answered that question to me. And what they've told me is that when it came to the time of the moon landing, there was a space race on, which happened around the time of Vietnam. So what America had to do was to get the patrons back in the country. So they faked the moon landings. They have then been able to get into space, found out that the Earth isn't actually a globe, which then would have, of course, made out their whole flight to the moon a lie. And they realize now that if they actually allowed the lie to come forward, governments would collapse because no one would trust the government again.
Like, we trusted the government to begin with.
That's
Conspiracy theories on conspiracy theories. This
All
is
right,
Basically,
so-
yeah.
With the moon landing thing, what I've come to think is more plausible is the moon landings are real. They couldn't bring film back because of the radiation in space and reuniting the atmosphere fucking wiped them clean. So they then faked the tapes themselves, which would make sense.
Ooh.
No, I think that's actually one of the things that Alex Jones actually brought up.
Yeah, because Alex Jones got it from Buzz Aldrin.
Yeah.
Once he finally got Buzz Aldrin away from all the bitches, that is.
I found something interesting, by the way. But this is a while back because you guys are enthusiastically chatty. All right.
Yeah.
Yep. I actually, because I was wondering, is Vaxxed on the Pirate Bay? Yes, it is. And guess who's active in the comments?
Andrew Wakefield?
Yeah.
Are you fucking
really? Legit?
Yeah. He's active in the comments. Do you guys want a link?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Where do I? I'll DM it to Jeff, and then you decide where you want to post it.
Okay.
Red, are you still
Discord.
obsessively watching my camera?
I'm currently on my tablet. The Hangout chat doesn't work. Discord, please.
Also, if you check the Discord, the general
I
chat,
can't Discord
posted
it,
a picture
sorry.
of Sugar Tits for those who don't know what she looks like.
If you're not watching my beautiful face.
And Discord? Okay.
Yeah.
I have yet to see it. Where is it?
Jeff's general chat.
I really like digging up things on people.
Damn.
We noticed in the Twitch stream.
I call it it's my fetish. I call it Sherlocking.
Yes,
but like
I
I'm just like, oh, I found information.
I do the same thing.
Like,
I did the same thing the other day with Jeff when I messaged him, and it's just like, hey, yo, is that video of Thingybob like private? Because you can see the thing, and then you can trace it back past that area, and then that mailbox, then you can see that junction, which means that she logically started on that street. And then you look at it, and you're just like, that is far away from where you live, right? Where that actually started.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because you're just like, oh, hey, she's walking past and she stops at a crossing. You see a sign in the background. It's just like,
no, man.
landmark.
Like, I'm gonna live stream while I'm walking to the store through the fucking snow, and I'm like, no, you're not. And she's like, no, I'm totally gonna do it. I'm like, no, you're not. And she's like, no, I'm gonna walk like the first mile, and then I'll start live streaming. I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine.
Dude,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
why I always would ask you about your drone footage. I'm like, hey, you are making sure shit's blurred out that needs to be blurred out, right?
Yeah.
Well, and that
You're
you
making
turn
sure
off.
that you're far enough away.
You turn off geolocation and any sort of anytime you use your phone, turn off geolocation because exit data can be used on it.
Yep.
Any which way they'll probably find your.
Yeah, like, that's why-
I mean, I can find exactly coordinates usually on people.
That's
right.
why
Daniel managed to figure out where I work from a fucking photo of the ocean.
Yep, Lola, can I ask one favour? Just if I somehow I ever make a comment and I inadvertently end up on your shit list, just send me a message, give me a chance to apologise.
What do you get in the background? Sorry.
There, I honestly, if I exact revenge on people, they have to do something.
Do you want me to get the camera a bit closer so you can see the pussycat a bit better?
Yes.
Magic cat in the box.
Hey, Loda.
Magic cat in the box.
No, Lola. Shit, my bad.
Everyone say hi to Willow.
Hello. You can talk to me if you want.
Your
It's just
dirty
if somebody
smudge
shows up,
face.
it's your fault if they get shot. Just throwing that out there.
Okay, I'm gonna summon my cat.
Oh, what? Your pampered princess.
I have a
My
retarded
baby.
kid,
You've seen
but she
the
doesn't
cat.
like my room. So.
I know. I've seen a cat. I've also seen the dogs.
Thank you.
Yeah, actually,
Oh my God.
Red, I think you're the one that scared my dog and made her piss on my bed that one time.
Which one time?
When we first got Xena, I was like, Xena, come, people want to look at you. And then like you said something and she heard it and she like pissed herself.
I don't know, probably. Oh,
Hello.
pretty cat. I'm not allowed
Whoa.
animals where I live.
Whoa,
Oh,
escort
Red,
ad.
you're UK on.
Woohoo.
Why is the Pirate Bay so fucked up, man? Like it's got all sorts of errors and shit all over it.
I had a pop-up of an escort. So
Andrew Wakefield was actually leaving comments in the comments of the Vax torrent. That's crazy.
What kind of stuff was he commenting?
Amazing.
Let me see if I can open it up in a different browser and make it work better. Because Opera,
it works in Chrome.
Yeah, it's
You have no idea.
I have it open in Chrome. It works.
Don't really see him. What the fuck?
Your cat's famous.
He's supposed to be on the first page.
Oh, there it
Live
is.
stream
Andrew
chat room.
Wakefield.
Yeah.
Wakefield. I only see one though.
Oh no, there's more.
You have that.
I made director
Minute.
of this film. I personally request that you take down Vax and not stream it further.
Let me get him take away.
Funds
Right, Red.
raised from this goes to
Red Boy always say
continue the
goodbye to
fight
Willow.
for vaccine safety.
Bye,
Thank you, Andrew Wakefield,
Bye,
director,
Kitty Cat.
Autism Media Channel.
There you go. Go to mummy.
Wait,
That's
so-
from the first page.
So he's getting mad that people are streaming it for free?
Yeah.
Well, this
Then
was
why
like
is it up
20
on
this
YouTube?
was in 2016.
Well, you know, if he was really so concerned about the truth getting out there, he shouldn't care about it being for free.
Yeah, I only see one comment of him.
Yeah, that would logically make sense. You're like, oh, I just want the truth to be out. Then you go, bitch, why are you streaming my
Stop
shit
now,
for free?
stop now.
Right?
Oh, Pussycat back.
I guess I need some tea to
Gotta
go.
have
It's
my
none of
money.
my business.
And there's people actually putting links to like CDC and shit like that.
Yeah. Even in the fucking Pirate Bay, people are like, "Fuck you, Andrew Wakefield."
I love those guys. Do you know what I really want though? I'd really love to see like one up there, which is just referred to as like faxed or something, and all it is like a complete Rick roll for an hour and a half.
See, the joke's on everybody else. I fucking love that song.
Oh no.
It's so right. It gets really annoying after a while.
No, I've always loved that fucking song.
What is it?
I used to rickroll the shit out of people, and then I'd be in the background like dancing to the song.
I really made
Oh,
mad.
Pallet's mistress is there.
What would you need, huh? You're looking for the ham. Oh, you're looking for this, huh?
Hey,
Okay, well, that is a
Ooh.
pampered princess that you're watching
Ooh.
right there.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ham, huh?
Believe it or not.
raised you a puppy.
When I make it over to England, Palette, you're gonna have to feed me ham like that, all right?
And baby talk you too.
And then somebody needs to film it.
Jeff, when you make it over
You're
to
gonna-
England, I expect to meet up with you.
I'll film it and post it on Twitter and YouTube.
Absolutely.
Tag everyone.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll get a nice.
Put it on clips for
Jeff,
sale.
you
Make
got
money off of that.
Your breath
Of
smells.
course.
Hey, Jeff, congratulations. This is the next fan fiction I'm writing, you and Pallet.
Nice.
Okay, by the way,
Would go full
okay,
homo.
I'm going to raise you feeding a cat ham with feeding a cat cooked chicken.
Oh.
I thought
Okay,
you were
fine.
fandom of
Look-
Star Wars or some shit.
Salute. There we go. See Kyle.
Oh my god.
Cats are actually Nazis. That's the funny
Come here.
part.
Look, what's this?
No,
What's this?
cats are just assholes.
Right at the camera. Right at the camera. Come here.
So cats are Americans?
Come here.
No, that cat is definitely British.
This is how you get famous, guys.
The cat videos. Floof.
Intense cat ASMR, huh?
Everyone knows.
With Zig Kyle, I mean, it worked for Dankula shit.
You want this? You
Right?
want this?
Well,
There you go.
Well, not really.
I was going to say that's debatable.
He's famous.
No, don't put
Have
your
you
bottom
seen the
screen.
video?
Nobody wants to see that.
But he can't get a job anymore.
This is indecent. Derpy's here. You can't show your ass on stream.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hey, it's not like no.
The puppy gets bacon.
God.
I can
Ow,
I can
ow, that's
usually do
aggressive.
a pretty
That
decent
hurt, Pallet.
impression
That hurt.
of the cat like purring, but that won't pick up on the microphone. But what I can do is an angry little dog.
Oh,
And
go
it's
on.
actually spot on.
I
Yes,
want to
please.
hear this.
1 second, I will give you a.
My God,
I will give
that
you an
sounds
answer.
like a very pissed off Chihuahua.
That
Yeah.
sounds like
Oh,
every
a little
Pomeranian
Western.
that's
If
ever been around.
if I purr, I'll get up to somebody and nuzzle their neck and go.
I like you.
That's all right.
Soft meat.
One of my
You're
mum's
soft
cats
meat.
actually sounds like a pigeon when she purrs. It's brilliant.
Actually, we used to have a cat that sounded like a fucking a goddamn monster in the night when he would purr because he had fucked up vocal cords.
Oh no.
And so it was like very dry and raspy and sounded demonic as shit. But he was also an asshole to everybody but me, so it's all good.
It's probably intentional.
Oh, Oscar was gangster as fuck. Like he would fuck up the dogs. Like the dogs would fuck with him. He'd like slap the Australian Shepherd like he was a bitch. And
I was
she'd,
going
like,
to
run
say
off
that's
and
a
hide.
normal cat-dog dynamic. Cat beats up the dog. That's the way it's always worked in my house, and I've always had big dogs.
Yeah, when I was at home, we had 4 dogs, 3 cats.
The cats.
Oh, my mum's cats beat up her Belgian Shepherd.
Oh yeah.
Not
Okay,
hates them,
it's
but,
time for
like,
enhanced babying. Oh, baby.
Yeah.
The cat, the dog is literally afraid of the cat.
Yeah.
The
yeah,
old ass fucking cat.
Oh yeah, through the gate, my mum's dog Holly, she'll stand there and bark at the cats, but they come through the gate. That's it. She's off. She's gone.
Yeah. But if she's there, they won't go through the gate.
Claws.
Oh no, they will. They know. No, they will because they know that she'll run away from them. It's brilliant because you've got this cat that's probably tiny cat, and then you've got this big Belgian Shepherd, and they walk through the gate, and that's it. She's scarpered. She's gone.
Can you feel the power of this
Have you
bird?
seen the clip where Dankula is talking about he literally called the cops on himself, but they wouldn't come arrest him?
What?
Okay.
Because he hasn't paid his fine when he was supposed to. So he like got tired of waiting for the cops to come get him. So he's like, "Hey, I haven't paid my fine. Here's where I'm at. Come arrest me." And they're basically like, "Until it shows up in our computer, we're not going to arrest you."
Oh yeah.
I was going to say they're probably kind of going to just give up on that now. He's got so much public support; they'd be absolutely ridiculous.
Oh,
no. I watched a British YouTube channel where basically they let people say whatever, called trigonometry or whatever it is. And like he basically said they're gonna come arrest him at the most inopportune time. Like he's gonna be getting ready to go to the wedding. They're gonna come arrest him. He's gonna be like, "Thanks, boys. You really saved me this time."
You have done the Queen proud.
It'd be funny if they do. If he says that,
He's Scottish. They don't like the.
It'd be funny.
I wouldn't mind if you stopped digging your claws into my thigh, by the way.
It'd be funny if they go to arrest him.
But
and he's like,
that's not fun. It's only fun if you use the claws.
Yeah.
No, what would be
cat.
fun is what we could get the video of Dankula at UKIT meetings bringing up, like, "Hey, we should legalize weed."
They're actually in the kind of. I think they're on the way to doing that. Is it?
Hey, Red,
Yeah.
squeeze the cat.
I'm not squeezing the cat. Oh wait,
Squeeze
you
the
left.
why?
Oh, you're dribbling all down my arm. That's disgusting. Please stop.
That's what you get for squeezing the cat.
No, she was doing this before. What? What there?
He squeezed the pussy and got it wet. What do you know?
At the spot?
Is
All right.
my son turns 5 on Sunday.
Oh, don't
nice.
7 this year.
Happy birthday.
And my son's name is Jackson, okay? This
Right.
dog's name is Opie. So we have Jackson. Opie.
So you have Jackson Opie. I like it.
We
Let's
have
just hope the
Jackson
dog
Opie.
doesn't die the same way.
Well played. Love that.
No, fuck you guys. I cried when Opie died, damn
I
it.
did too. I was a wreck.
Do you know what? I'm not denying it. I cried absolute buckets. And it's the way he just went, "I got this," and he knew it was going to happen. And I'm like, no.
I have
was
no idea
so
who
fucking
Jackson
mad I
Opie
stopped
is.
watching for 6 months.
For a while there.
Wait, who doesn't
I
know who
couldn't-
Opie is?
Me? Who the hell is Jackson Opie?
Oh,
He's
it's
the West Country Luddite.
Anarchy.
It's what? Say again, Farah.
It's a TV show from FX called Sons of Anarchy. It's
Oh, yeah, I've heard. I've
Okay.
heard it. I don't tend to watch much TV though. Got better things to do
It's
with my
on
time.
Netflix.
Is
Oh,
that
more.
where, Marilyn
It's fine. I
Manson
don't
is
watch much
one of the
Netflix. I've got
inmates?
more creative things to do with my time. You know.
Luddite.
I'm Palestinian. I'm an
Yeah.
important person.
Hey, Father, I've got to ask. did
Shouldn't you
like
be
the
working
Mayans?
on stream content right
Wait.
now?
What?
Yes.
Did you like the Mayans MC, the spin-off?
I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't watched that.
It's
I may try
actually
them.
slow build. First 2 or 3 episodes are very much character building, but then it goes really good. It's very good. I enjoyed it a lot.
I might try it then, 'cause
I'd recommend it highly.
I didn't like it. It was too slow for me.
Yeah, but it's worth it.
Try.
I know Farrah would have caught this, but did you know the founding member of the Hells Angels and their current head president is actually in Sons of Anarchy?
Really?
Yeah.
I knew they helped with the kind of the research and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, Sonny Barger is actually in it. You remember when Jax would go and he would talk to the old man that had the little valve in his throat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Sonny Barger.
Yeah.
Lola, what are you drinking that with?
This is an Arnold Palmer that I made.
Ah.
So lemonade and iced tea.
It looks like that moonshine style stuff in the weird jars, the weird jars.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I bring this out back.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I'm originally from Louisiana, and when I get frustrated, my accent comes out.
Oh,
and I try really hard to cover it up because oh my god, but because I sound like I lose like 50 IQ points if people hear my actual voice.
Lola, don't worry. I get called racist all the time just simply of how I talk, and this is me covering my accent up so I can be understood.
I'll tell you what, down there.
You and me both, brother. You and me both.
I moved around a hell of a lot. So, like, as a kid, I moved around.
You shot me, Barbara.
I lived in Oxford for a while. Then I kind of moved to Germany. Then I moved to Essex. I moved up to Stoke-on-Trent for a couple of years. My mum was from Yorkshire. My mum was from Ireland. My dad was from Yorkshire. So my accent's all over the damn place.
Oh yeah.
Red, I miss me, Bab.
What I was gonna say. Do you know the character Happy on Sons of Anarchy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's an actual Hell's Angel.
Yeah, he was originally just as a consultant, and they liked him so much they brought him on.
Yeah, but
he's
they gave
like one of the most popular characters.
He was supposed to be.
Show.
Okay, so when they filmed Sons of Anarchy, Charming, most of the scenes for Charming is
doing to that
filmed in
cat?
Acton, California.
Okay.
I lived 15 minutes from Acton.
Oh,
and
damn.
while they were filming that is when I was still able to walk and I rode motorcycles. So there were several times where we would be out on rides and we would run into them and we would just all ride as a big pack through Bouquet Canyon. They are super freaking nice. They are like all of them are really like just friendly and nice. Like it wasn't like a super buddy, but like when you get a bunch of bikers together, you kind of just you form packs and ride, and you tend to eat at the same places.
Right.
But they were always super nice to everyone that kind of like showed up, and they were all good friends. But
That's
like
cool.
they always treated like the waitresses, like because we'd see them at like certain diners and stuff when they were on their free time riding. And it just
Not a
it was
club,
kinda
it's a
cool to be
family.
able to see that, and it was nice to know that they're nice people.
Yeah,
You know, we over here we're in the UK. The main two MCs we've got are the Angels. We've also got the Outlaws.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Where I live is an outlaw-run state.
The fact that where I live, it's the Outlaws have got the foothold. But honestly, I've met them a few times. I don't ride myself because, you know, I'm clumsy and I'm probably not killing myself. But when I've met them out and about in town and
True
stuff,
story, right here.
Yeah, but they've always been really, really easy to get on with. But by the way, for any other SOA fans, I got this for Christmas a few years ago.
Ooh.
Oh, that's cool.
Film cell and actual signatures.
That's cool.
Ooh, very nice.
Yeah.
I do want to say, never call a 1%er brother because they will fuck you up.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah. There's
Also, some of my favorite videos
You're
of
gonna
all
get me
time
arrested.
was when Antifa were doing their big, break shit phase, and they would get in front of a group of bikers and immediately bitch the fuck out. It's the greatest thing in the world.
Yeah, that's awesome.
They could outnumber the bikers 3-1. They immediately bitch out and disappear.
Okay, Kat needs to go now. She's shredding the goddamn dressing gown. That's enough. Come on, get the hell off.
Because you've been tormenting her for the last 10 minutes.
No,
that's
she does it
why.
when she's comfortable. Hence why this is just missing all of the leather.
You know, a few years back, we actually had a case around here when there was like big bike meetings and stuff. I saw news stories on this. People were riding around with Sons of Anarchy 3-piece back patches on.
Oh, fucking
Sons of Anarchy MC England with the Reaper in the middle. I'm like, oh my god, that's a recipe for disaster. I mean, I've got the hoodies, I've got the t-shirts, I've got the little thing there, but even I would never want to wear a cut with the stuff on because I know that's like lethal. That's dangerous.
Well,
You're gonna get in trouble for that shit.
Well, that kind of depends on how you carry yourself. If you just obviously are an idiot, you're just wearing it, but you're not trying to act like you're a biker, most people are going to look the other way. But if you're wearing it and trying to act and fit in like a biker, that is a recipe.
The one thing I
It's-
was told, the one thing I was told here. Sorry, go on, man. Go on.
It's kind of like wearing military shit. If you act like you're fucking military, of course you're gonna have a fucking problem.
Yeah,
What I got told here.
more deadly than that.
No.
What I got told here was if I wanted to kind of wear a jacket with just the Reaper on, that would go down fine because that would just be like merch. But even Kurt Sato himself said, we don't sell official merchandise with the full 3-piece back patch on. So don't make it. Don't do it because it's going to get you in trouble.
It also depends on the club and that particular chapter's rules. Because a lot of times, if you're just riding around fucking off, like, all right, cool, they'll just write you off as a wannabe and ignore you. But if you're out there trying to pretend like you're a fucking 1%er, they're going to ask you to remove the patch, and if you don't, well, they'll forcibly remove it from you.
Well, one guy actually in my county actually had apparently been told by really well handled was, look, we would advise you to take that off because around here it's not going to be a bigger problem. But if you go anywhere outside of this county line, like you go 2 miles that way, the wrong person sees you, they ain't going to take kindly to it. And the person all he did was literally took the cot off and turned it around and wore it inside out until he got home.
I mean,
Alex
there's a
exchanged
particular
his cat for a dog.
There is a city in the United States. It's Kansas City, Missouri. There is a small biker gang that lives in Kansas City. That's their only territory. To where, out of respect, every major club takes their patch off or turns it inside out until they pass through Kansas City and put it back on.
Yeah.
Also, it's knowing where you're at.
I'll be back.
Beefy boy.
Like, if you walk into a fucking Hell's Angels clubhouse wearing an Outlaws patch, expect to get your head cracked open.
I mean, I've been drinking with Outlaws in the past. Yeah. You know, there was a friend of a friend. A friend of mine was friends with them, so I was sat there drinking with them, drinking whiskey and stuff, and you know, I wasn't trying to act like I was one of them. I didn't even realize who I was drinking with, to be honest with you. So I was just there being myself. Whenever they threw, banter at me, I threw it back at them, and it wasn't offensive. It was just jokes, and they just liked the fact that I wasn't trying to suck up to them.
Sure, absolutely.
I grew up in the hood. It's the same thing with street gangs. Like I grew up around Crips, GDs, Bloods, and some essays. Like it's the same fucking thing. Like if you're wearing a wrong color, they're like, "Hey, the fuck you from?" You're like, "Oh shit, my bad," and you take the color off, or you're like, "Oh no, I'm not into street shit."
Somebody has Marilyn Manson as their lover.
Well, Marilyn Manson was a gay.
I know he was in
shot
there.
caller. He was an Aryan Brotherhood shot caller.
Yeah. That was incredible.
Oh god, that's not helping his fucking image. Oh god,
I've got to be honest with you,
the man has a fucking song that he talks about shit like that. And I'm like, oh,
I'd still fuck him.
He also
yes and no.
Do you know what? I'm kind of straight, but even I consider it. I've got to be honest.
Nah, Jason Momoa.
Okay.
Oh my
god. Oh, Jason Momoa.
I'll take Manson back in like Superstar shit like that. And
1997.
Yeah.
Maybe early 2000s.
That's the year I was born.
Long Hard Road to Hell era Marilyn Manson.
But not now. I look at him and I'm like, nah, I'm good.
I personally never saw the attraction for Marilyn Manson or even Billy Vado from him because I'm like, Peter Steele is right there, motherfucker. Like,
I still look at his music and go, you know what? Give me the music.
I like his music.
That from like before Black Hole, not Black Hole.
I will say
the one that has heart-shaped glasses and shit like that. I literally have a pair of heart-shaped glasses because of that. But we don't talk.
That's a
if
Lolita
you haven't
thing.
heard it, Rob Zombie and Marilyn Manson did a cover of Helter Skelter. It is fucking epic.
Yes, it is
really
badass. What? Oh, I heard it. I was like, this is fucking amazing.
Because both of them actually exchanged letters a few times with Charles Manson. I just throwing that out there.
I wouldn't doubt that.
Do you know what I remember when when
Both
the
of them are
Disturbed
very
cover of Sound of Silence came out, when the Sound of Silence by Disturbed came out, now at this point, where I work, everyone listened to either pop or rap. And when I say rap, I don't mean old school rap. I mean what would now be like that mumble rap. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, Steve, have you heard of this band? They're called Disturbed. I'm like, yes, I know a lot of
I've
their
been a
music.
fan of them since.
Yeah, this is the
fucking
kind of
ever.
music I listen to. And they're like, yeah, but what about this song? I'm like, yes, that's a very good cover for Simon and Garfunkel's song. What of it? I've heard it many times. And they're like, what do you mean you've heard it lots? It's only just been released.
I love that song. Oh, Cry Little Sister.
Well, I had a similar
Oh.
instance at work. One night I was playing like old school ska and oi punk and a lot of rinses. Somebody walks in from out of town.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah.
They hear
I
Rinse and
respect
they
your
go, all
ability
right,
in I respect
where's
your
the
ability in
punk?
representation of covers, but nobody's going to beat Killswitch's cover of Holy Diver. Okay.
That comes from great.
The hard
Wait,
part.
no. Johnny Cash's cover of "Hurt" from Nine Inch Nails.
Oh yes. But
There's-
I can beat you. Knocking on
I don't
Heaven's
know.
Door, Guns N' Roses.
The hard part.
Technically a
the hard-
cover, sure, but so
The
different
hard
from the
part-
original.
The hard part of being a goth / Manson fan and owning guns is it's really fucking hard because you have to somewhat be intelligent with what you do with your guns.
Because everyone's looking at you're a psychopath.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
what you
cover
act
songs.
like and shit
Cover
like
songs.
that.
Hurt by Kermit the Frog.
What?
I've seen that
That's
one. That
the
was
best
great.
one.
I hurt myself today.
This next cover I'm gonna bring up is actually not as well known. The David Allen Cove cover of House of the Rising Sun is by far, hands down, the best.
Which one?
Which one?
David Allen Cove's cover of House of the Rising Sun.
Because I
know.
heard the
I
Five
like
Finger
what-
Death Punch cover of that, and that was incredible.
I do.
They
I
took
love that. one.
influence from David Allen Coe's version on theirs.
Oh, okay.
Toddles, the sad crying clown with the golden voice, did a fantastic cover of the House of the Rising Sun.
He also
What?
did one of All the Small Things by Blink 182.
He's done a lot of very good ones.
We can't
Yeah.
talk about covers without bringing up Leo from Frog Leap Studios.
Yeah, and postmodern
Okay.
people.
Do any of you guys know who Rasputina is?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
their cover. I used to follow them around, and I had fan art from Melora. Anyways, they did a cover of Barracuda that was
What?
fantastic.
Ooh.
I loved it. Also,
Put that
I got
that
them
one in the
to.
Discord.
I will. I got them to actually do a show in Mobile, Alabama, when I lived there, because that's where I decided to do my experimental drug phase. Was apparently Mobile, Alabama. So
I'm
I'd go
so
to a lot
sorry.
of shows like Tripping. And I'd go to their show, and everybody was like, they'd be playing something upbeat, and then they started playing like Antique High Heeled Red Doll Shoes, and like me and my boyfriends just start bouncing around. People are like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Dude, this is fucking fun! Like, go for it!" And they appreciated it actually.
Fuck. Children of Bodom's cover of Jesse's Girl.
Do you know what I'm gonna have to do? I'm gonna have to send you guys. I'll send it to Jeff. He can post it to you guys somewhere. A friend of mine did a cover which was effectively Kermit the Frog, "Creep" by Radiohead, and he changed all the words around about he's a frog and he shouldn't be with Miss Piggy, and it was just bizarre,
Unnatural.
but it really works.
Are you not in the Discord? Why don't you just post it in the general Discord? all in
I have to,
there.
yeah, I am actually. I have to link it to you guys at some
I
point,
was
but
gonna
I've got to
say,
find
just
it.
chuck it in the general discussion.
But it's not a
We're all
link.
in
I'll
there.
have to do a files share with it.
Did you guys know that fucking Glenn Danzig wrote a song for Johnny Cash?
Okay.
Dang? Which one was it?
The song 13.
That was written by Danzig?
Yeah, Glenn Danzig. Like, you can actually find live footage of Johnny Cash playing the song, and he says, "I was doing a record with Rick Rubin, and he said, 'Hey Rick, there's this guy Glenn that wants to meet you. He's wrote a song for you.' So he goes, 'Hi Glenn, my name's Johnny. Play me the song.' And Johnny loved it so much he recorded it that night.
Oh, that's cool. That's really cool.
What was that?
What the hell's... You know that Nintendo Labo cardboard shit? I just found out that they're doing a Toy-Con 4 VR kit for it.
Yes, I saw that earlier. I read about some of that.
I don't know what that means.
It's cardboard VR basically. It's, you basically put your Switch on
the
your
Switch
fucking face.
cardboard accessories. They're doing a set for VR. You know, they did their original sets for like the controllers and the vehicles and the robots and whatever.
Right.
They're now doing a VR set for the Switch.
Okay, that's cool.
Lola, as a Washingtonian and know somebody who does know the girls from what the fuck is the band?
Rasputina?
No, the original one. For Barracuda.
Heart.
Oh,
Heart.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually really good. Like I really do
It's
like
better
that.
live. It's better live. Yeah. It is.
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of live music.
Speaking of like live music and covers,
horrible.
Five Finger Death Punch is an epic fucking live show.
I wish I could go and in this moment, really.
But when
someone's
Five
so
Finger
metal, you
covered
have
the
some
song
pleb
Gone
taste
Away.
sometimes.
But what I'm going to do, if we talk about covers again, there's one that I absolutely love of Leonard Cohen's Hallelujah.
Oh yeah.
There's a cover I found of
Or
that.
the
But
guy
I'll share it in general.
Jeff Buckley.
Jeff Buckley.
Yeah.
Was he pretty? I like Jeff Buckley's.
He's the one that passed shortly after he did it. He drowned.
Yeah.
But
have you heard White Wedding, or I should say Black Wedding?
Yes, it's a decent cover. It's not.
I liked it. I found it fantastic.
Guys, look, we need to be more sensitive. It is Wedding of Color, all right?
Actually, I'm pretty sure Maria Brink would tap the shit into that joke.
Actually, I'd like to point out that now you shouldn't be saying coloured. So I'm not sure what we should be saying now, in all honesty.
African American wedding, but they're kind of a different thing entirely.
But no,
no, Wedding of Color. Wedding of Color.
No,
color. It's when you add the ED that for some reason it becomes triggering.
All right. By the way, back to what I was trying to say before I was rudely interrupted by everyone.
Sorry.
When Five Finger did
Revenge the Dish Death Best Served Cold.
Shut the fuck up.
That's
PT Dubs, guys.
Next time you come to the United States, I'll make sure I throw your ass in the box.
Hey, Jack Black and not Jack Black. Dave Grohl.
Jack Black yourself.
But when Five Finger Death Punch did their cover of, I think it's Offspring who did it first, Gone Away, they actually brought a woman out on stage.
Right.
Her son had done 2 years in the military, had re-enlisted, and the beginning of this year died in a car wreck. And his favorite song by Five Finger Death Punch was Gone Away.
Yeah.
So Ivan had this lady who's literally just lost her son on stage as he sang the song, and of course, obligatory USA chants from the crowd because that shit's easy to start.
Yeah.
But she walked past the edge of the crowd, and I made sure reach out and hug the lady because she was crying not only because she lost her son and his favorite band's doing a song specifically in his honor, but the entire crowd was singing it.
Yeah, that's cool. Good for them.
That is cool.
He also had a broken foot during the show, and it was hilarious because he's trying to walk around and be cool. He tripped over a fucking cord, and as he fell, he gets back up. And he's like, "That's what you get for trying to be cool on stage with a broken foot."
Yep.
But it was the weirdest show ever because From Ashes to New is wannabe Linkin Park's last album. Then you had In Flames, straight fucking Swedish death metal. It was fantastic. I was the only person who knew who they were. Then it was Breaking Benjamin, who they went way too fucking long, but it was a decent show. I don't like them, but props to them. And then it was Five Finger Death Punch, who had the best opening I've ever seen to a goddamn show.
I mean, the first I heard of those guys was actually playing Guitar Hero live.
Yeah, the coolest part was it did the little thing from 300 where Leonidas went, Spartans, and the entire crowd goes, oh, oh, oh. Then you see this shadow of a dude who is immediately recognized as Ivan. And then everything drops, massive fucking flames and shit. And you're like, this is dope. Nobody's sleeping in Little Rock, Arkansas tonight.
Years ago, I was 14, 15 at the time. I actually got to go and see Bon Jovi live at Milton Keynes. And that was
that's where I saw Linkin Park live.
Cool. But that was the first big rock show that I saw. And that, for me, as a teenager who really loved their music, they put on a really decent show, I've got to be honest.
In Flames was fucking great. you could definitely tell that's a band that's been playing music for a long ass time. The band before them, their set was over in 15 minutes because they would play a song, 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 play a song. In Flames would play a song, there's a little break. You could clearly tell that they were, smart about killing the entire fucking crowd.
So basically, how you have sex is how In Flames was. And then you got their virginity having sex.
Yeah.
Wait.
But In Flames was fucking dope.
And then you have
Jeff is
In
confused.
Flames that's like, okay, I'm gonna take my time with this.
Yeah, the funniest part, I'm sad Zoe's not here to for me to tell this part is like midway through their set, they're taking a little break, switching some shit up because they're about to play some of their newer stuff, and the lead singer goes, "Hi, hopefully all of you can read, but we are In Flames. We are from Sweden." Because nobody knew the band, but like 3 of us, if that
Nobody
many.
knew In Flame. How long ago was this?
This was December 2nd when we saw them, but I live in Arkansas. There's
What
not
year?
a really big metal thing here. Everybody was there just to see Five Finger Death Punch.
Of course.
In Flames they weren't talked about as being on the show. I didn't know they were on the show till that fucking day. And I was like so mad that nobody told me about this shit. I'm like, what? I'm finding out now one of my favorite bands is going to be here? But yeah, it was...
you were there for it.
Ooh. You're evil for even having those Muddy Buddies on camera.
Oh, I just found out that
Muddy
my
Buddies
buddy's
are
doing that
shit.
Kermit song is on YouTube. I'm going to find the link for you.
Ooh.
But yeah, it was funny because Bjorn and the bass player would come to the side of the stage where I was, and like there's several times they're pointing to me and the random dude I made friends with, just like fucking headbanging and going insane. Like, and they clearly were pointing at us, like, yeah, we see you.
Bjorn. I don't know why I said it like that. Don't worry about it. Ignore me. Anyway,
Actually,
wait, so,
it was necessary.
We're going to keep hanging out, but actually, we're going to go offline right now. So, anybody who's watching, hello, goodbye. This is the end. So, bye, everybody.
Hello, goodbye.
Take care, guys.
We must secure an existence.